Folks, what do you get when you cross one patch of stupid with another patch of stupid of equal size and proportionality? Well, my physics is a little rusty, but I believe what you get is a feedback loop of stupid. It's pretty easy to solve that one. DC Comics, the famed red-headed step-sibling of Marvel Comics, and yes, I realize I just started a war online right there amongst you nerds. Anyway, DC Comics had the temerity to honor Hispanic Heritage Month, which weirdly begins in the middle of this month, by releasing covers to some of their comic books in which superhero characters holding, and I swear this is true, things like bags of tacos and tamales. And to say the least, it did not go well for them. Indeed, even grizzly old guy strumming a banjo and sitting in his rocking chair around the world all of a sudden grabbed whatever part of their body tends to ache, and it said, "Twitter storms are coming, folks. I can feel it in my bones." And indeed, the tsunami of angry tweets washed over DC Comics in predictable and sizable waves as the left went nuclear over people trying to participate in their religious rites in a manner that was, well, let's just say unprescribed. Allow me to read you a couple of these tweets. You ready? Here we go. DC Comics really said Hispanic heritage means putting tacos in their characters' hands, and that's it. This is just weird all around. Here's another one. DC Comics wants you to know Mexican superheroes go around doing hero things while carrying a bag of tamales. And what the actual F, DC Comics? How incredibly insulting. My culture is more than freaking tacos and being a server. Hashtag racist. Oh, boy. Now, look, you guys know me. There's nothing I love better than cracking open a beer, loosening my belt buckle, and sitting back to enjoy watching the left eat their own Roman Coliseum style. It's always funny, and it usually has the added benefit of clearing the space a little bit for better and smarter ideas to come to the forefront, if only for a few minutes before shit gets dumb again. But I think it's worth noting at the same time just how pervasive this screaming to the sky about whatever you're offended about mentality, it just really is our zeitgeist. I mean, look, not more than a few decades ago, the portrayal of other races and ethnicities in the mainstream world and things like cartoons and even comics was something that would give any modern leftist the vapors were their tender eyes to be exposed to it, right? That's what it, listen, if you don't believe me, drag your nearest lefty friend in front of a computer, pull up YouTube, see if you can find one of those old cartoons where Chinese people were portrayed as having, the buck teeth and a rice hat. Their eyes are going to melt out of their skulls like they just opened the Ark of the Covenant. So now we have the ever delightful phenomenon of overcorrection, way past the time when any correction even might have been needed. Now, personally, as you all well know, I think the sensitivity level about these things is set quite a few degrees above what it should be. Anyway, I can watch a cartoon and not think that all Asian people have buck teeth and wear rice hats, maybe just most of them. See, now what I did right there is called joking. And if you're made uncomfortable by it, you should try it out sometime. See if you like it. Laugh a little, folks. DC stepped in the shit with this one. Not by my lights. I think it's funny. Yeah, in fact, I don't think they went far enough because I didn't see a single oversized sombrero on any of those covers, let alone anyone shooting a pistol in the air. But with the leftist mob they seek to please, they overstep, that's for sure. Here's an idea, DC Comics. Quit the faith, step out of the religion, go back to trying to tell stories that are interesting and maybe even morally uplifting. I know it's hard to recant once you're in, but they clearly don't want or appreciate your efforts. And if nothing else, I want to say that I do appreciate them. I do, because you've reminded me of how very much right now in this moment I want a taco.
That's too good,
dude.
I want that comic book.
You should get it. I want it too.
I want my superhero saving people's lives with tamales, carne asada taco on the side.
Yes.
Flask of tequila.
Yeah.
They come and save you with a bag of Taco Bell.
What's better than that?
I feel like Pepe Le Pew, right? Like just or not Pepe Le Pew, the little what's the little mouse? The little mouse that used to wear the sombrero. Pepe Le Pew was French. Nobody got pissed off about that.
Speedy Gonzalez, man. Speedy Gonzalez was the legend.
Speedy Gonzalez. Arriba. Ándale, arriba.